I've been trying to make this vlog for you guys for a super long time, and I've been waiting on this guy to come in. It's a tripod that Amazon said was going to come in last Thursday, and here it is. So I finally got it. I'm excited to open it. So let's see whether or not it actually pays off. Oh, she's a beauty, that is. It's so small. I thought it was going to be so much bigger. Well, let's see if he can do his job, I guess. I don't know. God. Okay, so I've put my not as good camera here on the new tripod, and it looks like it's holding up pretty well. Honestly, I'm really liking it. Hope it's actually doing its job okay. But honestly, I only bought this to go on my bike, so if it doesn't do that, we kind of wasted like $50. I don't know if that's safe. Big update, but the camera is big time hanging out on the handlebars. She's doing a great job. I genuinely cannot describe like how stoked I am right now about this. Like I can literally talk to you guys while I like bike to school every day. I think it's gonna be pretty good.
Cosmonaut, the ruined lighthouse, a lantern lit. Goodbye, moony-eyed walrus, large faggots. He talked about the sea, neath the willowy marsh. It was you and I, off into the hills, hung amongst the branches of the tree, casting shadows on those below, dark and dingy, gloomy shade. Ice plant like the back of a stegosaurus, and your arms are tired. Sand dunes are spiking up, the brights are brighter, our heights are so much higher. Drippy-eyed goon looking gnarly, ferocious, his giant.
So I was trying to make this really cool kind of cinematic like Bible study thing, and just check out what happened. So I was trying to make this really cool and like spiritual intro, and it was gonna be like super fun and stuff. And then I can't get my freaking door open. So my roommate is trying to make things happen, but today's video is not gonna be what I wanted. Anyway, I'm gonna try to move on from that. So what this time is gonna be like a 45 clip segment where I talk about the Bible. So I'm gonna start the clock now. Okay, so this morning I read Daniel 11. It was this like really long and difficult prophecy that doesn't actually conclude until chapter 12, so I don't have the full picture, but I learned something so fascinating. In verse 35, it talks about how some of the wise shall stumble so that they may be refined. And that was encouraging for me. I don't know about you guys, but as a Christian, I tend to think that mistakes make us condemned. But that's just not true, is it? I think that they're to refine us. That's liberating, isn't it? It makes me realize, man, I'm not done for. I think we forget that in the kingdom of heaven, a lot of us are still in grade school, and that's not a bad thing. Let's just be good learners of the kingdom. Let's not try to be the teacher. And all I'm saying is, guys, Jesus forgives me for that. Let me change. Let me go somewhere new. So, Daniel, good word, man. So yeah, that was my Bible study today, but I feel like I should tell you guys about what you're watching right now. But before we do that, I'm gonna eat a little bit of breakfast, and then I'm gonna head out and talk to you kind of during the commute. So, see you in a bit.
Stuck in the darkness, try not to wind up dead. Off into the hills, I'm amongst the branches of the tree, casting shadows.
Good morning. So I'm on my daily commute to class, but I feel like you guys should learn a little bit about me. My channel name is Cinematics. If you want to know what Cinematics means, well, Maddox is my first name, M-A-T-T-O-X. I don't go by that name. I just thought it would sound cooler for the channel because it sounds like the word cinematics. My middle name is Silas. That's the one I go by. But aside from that, I mean, I'm a student. I'm a college student. For those of you abroad, that's a uni student. I'm a student at Texas A&M University. I don't want to brag, but it's kind of one of the coolest universities in the world. Hold on, let me pass this bus. Big bus. My job, I am a video technician with the Texas A&M Corps of Cadets. I'm single as a Pringle. I feel like everything else you guys need to know, you'll find out about me as the time goes on. I had a basketball game that I went to a couple nights ago. Not like a real basketball game, like a fun kind of in the park kind of hangout thing. I filmed a bit of it, so I might attach that right now if it seems cool.
Shade of green, oh, the edge of the cliffs above the trees. I believe, I believe, I believe.
6'4".
So yeah, I'm gonna take you guys through today's routine. It's nothing super exciting. I mean, I just figure it's another story to be told. And that's what vlogs are. So I just got through the world's absolute longest red light. I don't think it actually is, but it's on my daily commute, so I automatically have to hate it. So there's not a lot going on today. Mostly just going to some of my classes, some of which are fun, some of which are very much not. After that, I have to go fill out some paperwork for work. I haven't started my job yet, but apparently it'll get me into the football games for free, so that's why I got it. I'm gonna try not to die on this campus traffic, because it's very much a possibility. And then tonight I'm going to a kind of sports event. But right now I really have this first class, and I'll be honest, I'm not excited about it. Now I have to go to a class that actually means something, so that'll be enjoyable. The reason this class freaks me out is because she doesn't actually give me homework. She grades everything in class based off of our participation. The problem is, the entirety of it is in Spanish, sorry man. So I have to pretend I can speak Spanish. My little routine before this class is to simply, I just sit on a bench and I just pray. I pray in Spanish. One, I think it gets me thinking in Spanish. Two, what I think it does is I think it gives me a time to sit back and actually remember why I'm even here. In case you're wondering what this noise is, the Corps of Cadets wears like these like noisemaker things on the back of their boots. I don't know what they are. I'm gonna find out. But for now, you're gonna sit in confusion with me as we try to figure out what on earth this sound is. It is atrocious.
It's like said that out of nowhere.
To the bottom of the murky seas, deeper and deeper. Up the planks of the ladder one by one. I wanna see, I wanna see, I wanna see you.
Alright, here we go. belly of the beast.
The dreams you dreamt of get bigger and bigger.
So I'm walking my bike. You're just gonna hang out on there for now. I don't really talk about the weather that much, but I feel like in Texas, it's been like above 90 degrees. I'm talking about Fahrenheit for you Europeans. It's been above 90 degrees since about like April. So the fact that today it's not, it feels so beautiful. It feels so good. In reality, it's just probably a normal day for most of the world. But Texas, man, I'll give Texas one thing. It's consistent, you know? I'm proud to be from here, but I feel like I'm not proud of our weather, to be honest. Okay, so it's lunchtime. I'm not gonna break down all the things that I'm eating today. You don't give a crap about that, but I will tell you guys, just as a heads up, guys, if you're looking for a really, really inexpensive and nutritious but tasty snack, hummus, peppers. Don't get the bigger ones, they're more expensive and you have to cut them. Get these guys, cheaper, super tasty. There's a guy as I was walking over here who I felt like wanted to be in my video. He was too nice to ask. Man, if you're watching this, I'm sorry I didn't offer. Also for lunch, just as personal motif, personal routine, I do not like to be looking at my computer during lunch. I like to read. Normally, I'd be reading this lovely book. You can see it's seen years of action. Persuasion by Jane Austen. Normally, I would be reading this book during lunch. Not an option right now because I have a stupid quiz that I forgot about that's due in like an hour. So instead, I'm reading Globalization, a very short introduction. It's my textbook. All right, second half of classes. I'm really wishing I'd had a second round of coffee right now. Let's talk about biking. I think it's one of the most frustrating things. For some reason, people on Texas A&M, we are the greatest university in the world, but for some reason we decide that we just don't have to, I don't know, just give a crap and ride on like the biking lanes. It's gonna sound crazy, but convenience does not mean legal. There's only one problem with riding on the sidewalk, and that's that it's actually illegal. Like you're supposed to ride on the cycle lane. So do that. It's really not that difficult. Figure your lives out. Another class bites the dust. On to the next one. Final class over with. But now, while it's not technically my first day of work, I have to go fill out some paperwork. I'm not super excited about it. Okay, so this is the kind of camera I'm gonna be working with. This thing is ludicrous. Look how freaking huge it is. Oh my God. It's absurd. Like, this is genuinely, no one needs this camera, and yet this is what I'm going to be working with this year. Literally, my arm was hurting when I carried it over here.
Off into the hills, hung amongst the branches of the tree.
Okay, so incredible news. I went in to fill out my paperwork, and the lady who I needed to work with wasn't even there. So I didn't get anything done. All I did was walk around with the big camera, the ridiculous one, and try to figure that out. I'm kind of done with today. I'll be honest, I'm just kind of done with it. So I'm gonna go home, eat food, charge this camera battery, maybe go play sports tonight. I don't know. I kind of just want to call this day quits. Maybe go get coffee. We'll see what happens.
Casting shadows on those below, dark and dingy, when we shade of green. Oh, from the edge of the cliffs above the trees, I believe it's in the bottom of the murky seas, deeper and deeper, of the planks of the ladder one by one. I wanna see, oh, and the dreams you dreamt of get bigger and bigger, from the edge of the cliffs above.
day's over pretty much. I feel like I'm gonna just, for the sake of the timeline of the video, I'm gonna end it here. But I did tell you guys I was gonna do sports stuff, so I'm gonna insert a couple of like time lapses or something of me playing sports tonight right now.
I believe, see the bottom of America's seas, and deeper and deeper, up the flanks of the ladder one by one.
Hope you guys enjoyed those. Hope those were cool. Hope I managed to get some good sports stuff. That was good practice for me because hopefully I'll be shooting college football games over the next couple weeks. So that should be pretty fun. Looking forward to that. Why am I doing this video? I thought I should tell you guys that. I'm looking at myself more than I'm looking at the lens. So I'm going to talk to you guys right now, just real quick. So I lived in the United Kingdom. For those of you who don't know what that is, mostly probably Americans. That's England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. So I lived in the UK last year, and I got back, and I remember I made a lot of videos, but I actually remember very little of it. In fact, I was looking at some like stock footage maybe I could put to show for flashbacks, and I'll probably use some of that in the future, but like some footage that I had shot, you know, like for when I talk about England that I could play for you guys, but I found very little, so little that I'm like, I'm not going to use it on the first episode. I can't find any evidence that I was there. You know what I mean? Like in terms of like videographic footage, and I'm a big video guy. I love it. So I wasn't that original. Actually, I had several people suggest like you should vlog, and they're like, and I think you'd be really good at it. And that's not the only reason I'm doing it. The reason I'm doing it is because I want to find some way for me to tangibly look back over the next year or two, because I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling this year and next year. I'm living out of the country for part of next year. Probably like half of next year I'm going to be living in South America. But I mean, I wanted to like be able to like have a journal, a sort of video journal, video diary, or video vlog, if you will. And I just decided I'd put this thing together. So I hope you guys, I really, really hope that you guys want to watch this. I hope that you want to hang out with me. And I hope that you want to help me spread, fellow Aggies, fellow Christians, fellow humans, whoever you are. I just hope that you guys can help me. I mean, hope that you tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbors. I don't know, maybe you're one of those weird people who talks to their neighbors all the time. That's fine. But just, can you just help spread the word about this thing? I can only do so much from my little setup here. But I want this to go somewhere, and I want it to mean something, and I want to teach people lessons about life and about where I'm going. And I want to talk about things I like too, like movies and coffee and the Bible. I mean, I love those things. And I want to bring you along with me. And I love talking to other people, so maybe I can bring this in on more kind of conversations I've had with people today. The problem is that most of them happen in my classroom right now, because that's the only place I've really made connections so far. I've only been in College Station for a couple of weeks, but I hope I can make more connections and bring you guys into them. But for now, can you help me by spreading the word? If I could describe what this will be, it'll be a journal of my life, but it'll also be to give you guys advice and to share with you guys kind of my reflections on life and what I've learned along the way. And you're like, who are you to tell me anything? Well, I hope that you come back to find out. I hope that I prove myself in the coming videos, and I hope that today's been entertaining to you too. So if it is, could you guys like show me? Can you tell me? Comment, give me the feedback. Like, hey, I didn't like this. Hey, I really liked when you do that. Could you do that more? But yeah, hopefully we should have some travel videos coming up. But I mean, that's mostly what I wanted to share with you guys. All right, that's enough. Okay, bye.